Hey everyone, welcome to another Blitsy Live. I'm Megan and this is Katie.
Hi guys, I'm so excited. Once again, my favorite time of the week.
I know, and I'm actually super pumped. I mean, I feel like I'm always pumped, but I'm really pumped today because we are talking about all things foil.
Foil,
and more foil.
Once you start, you can't stop.
That's true.
So if you don't want a new addiction, this isn't the broadcast for you, but I think you do. So
yeah, if you want to get into foil or you are a foil addict, this is where you want to be. So.
Exactly. So today we actually have the new Foil Mates collection from Gina K. She partnered with ThermoWeb and came out with this brand new release. Gina is here and is going to talk all about it with us, and we're going to do a lot of demos and give you some inspiration. And of course we have everything on sale, so we make everything really easy for you.
That's right. So I don't know if you mentioned this, but if you have someone that you think would love to be in on the whole foiling, make sure you share this with them because we have tons of foiling to share. So,
and you probably already know Gina K from all of her great products, but if you don't, this is a great way to get to know her. And if you do, you want to share this anyways, because you want the more the merrier, right? So share it on your page. Let's have a party, a foil party.
All right, so I think to kick it off, we're actually going to show you guys a quick video kind of highlighting what Foil Mates is all about and how you can actually use this to create gorgeous foiled cards, backgrounds, and more. So let's look at that really quickly. Creating gorgeous foiled cards just got a lot easier with Foil Mates from ThermoWeb by Gina K Designs. Gina K has created an entire line that allows you to create gorgeous foil cards, starting with the card base all the way to the finishing touches. Creating a card is easy. Start with her cardstock to create a card base. Choose a foil mate background and one of the numerous fancy foils from her collection. Next, choose a sentiment along with a fancy foil. Use one of Gina's dies to cut out your sentiment. Run the background and the sentiment through a laminator with the foil you choose on top. Use her white ribbon along with one of her inks to add color. Put all of your elements together to create your beautiful foiled card. So in just a few easy steps, you can create a high quality foiled card with Foil Mates from ThermoWeb by Gina K Designs. I mean, how fun are these Foil Mates?
So fun. We first actually saw this at CHA, the Creativation Show in January, and it was like, oh my goodness, this is everything put together in one kit, basically, that you can now make these foiled cards, and everything coordinates really well. So I love the video that you did. It kind of outlines everything. But I'd really love to hear from Gina herself about this collection. So we actually have her here, and we're going to, if you have questions, make sure you ask them, but we're gonna ask a few for you. So, hi Gina.
Hi Gina, welcome.
Hey guys, how are you? Thank you so much for having me on.
Of course, thank you so much for being here. So we wanted to have you on so that the viewers can hear this collection from you, the designer yourself. So can you give us a little bit about a background just about yourself and then of course about Foil Mates?
Well, sure, yeah. I have been stamping for at least 20 years and totally into paper crafts. And I guess about a couple years ago, ThermoWeb released this amazing line of products called Deco Foil. And it just became all the rage. Everybody couldn't foil enough stuff. So when I first saw that, I thought, boy, how could I incorporate that into card making? Because it seemed like everybody was using it more for craft items, for scrapbooking, for planning, for journals, things like that.
Right.
So I came up with a few designs that I put in one of my original kits. I do kits every couple months, and about 2 years ago, and people went crazy for it. So I thought, if card makers like adding a little bit of foil, maybe they would like to do the whole big foil thing for their entire card. And that was the birth of a product that at the time I called Foilables. And then I guess about a year ago, maybe a little more than a year ago, a friend of mine, Dawn, who I have been friends with forever since she worked for some of the paper crafting magazines, came to me and said, hey, I'm working with ThermoWeb now, and we've seen some of the things you're doing with your kits, and we'd like to explore a little further. So I met with Dawn and Scott and all the wonderful people at ThermoWeb, and we came up with this really exciting complete line for card makers.
That's so fun. I love that it just started with a little idea and a little concept that you had, and now is this entire line of product that you can get and foil from literally start to finish. So
yeah,
that's amazing.
I love too that Dawn, we know Dawn,
yeah.
she's amazing, but just being able to partner with a company that's already doing some of these foiling products and kind of bring it to life in an even bigger way, it's always exciting too.
Yeah, I agree. I was so excited to be able to work with ThermoWeb because I love the quality of their foils. I love the quality of their adhesives and all of the products that they make. And I knew that if we were going to do something like this on a large scale, that I needed to be with a company that would pay attention to quality and would really listen to my ideas and be able to bring those to fruition.
Yeah, I just remember, like you said, when we were at CHA, there was so much buzz around your booth that we were like, "What's going on at Thermo? What is new?" That everyone was there was constantly
it was really busy.
So many people around you demoing the entire show. So obviously, people were super excited to see this new release from ThermoWeb and from you. And we're excited that we finally have our hands on it here at Blitsy. So.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it was really fun out at CHA. And I think the thing that people really liked about the line was that it was a complete line.
Yep.
They didn't have to try to figure out what goes with what and how to bring all these things together, even down to the colors. You can get foil that matches the cardstock, that matches the ink, and then you can bring in products from your collection, stamps and other things, to make it all match.
Yeah, no, it's totally versatile, which is why we love it.
Thought of everything.
Yeah.
Do you have any samples on you that you can show us of completed cards by any chance?
I do.
Let's see some of those. And then we're going to craft in a little bit too and show you guys how this all works together. But
I can't wait to see what you guys make. You're amazing, so I can't wait. But this is one of the cards. This was kind of one of the cards that I first demoed at CHA, just to show how you can use the foil and the pieces just to do a basic, quick card that really, really packs a punch. Can you guys see all that sparkle
so pretty.
Here?
All of the sparkle and shimmer. I love it.
Yeah. And one of the things that I like about the line, one of the things we did was these dies. All of the dies coordinate with all of the sentiments and invitation pieces, and they'll continue to coordinate with new ones that we have coming out in the future. So once you make that investment in those dies, you'll be able to use them over and over again. But not just with foil mates, also with other products that you have in your stamp room.
Right.
And one of the other features that we did with the dies is we made sure that our double stitch die and our single stitch dies were 1/8 of an inch apart, so that you could either use them separately or you take this cool shadow layer.
I love that.
So this is one of the cards that I demoed at CHA, and I used the negative piece that I pulled off of this one to make this card.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I hope you guys demo this today.
I love that.
This is just the most fun wow thing, isn't it?
Well, we always say waste nothing, right? Like, especially with foiling, you always keep the negatives because you know you're going to incorporate, and I love that you were able to actually take basically the full negative and incorporate it into another card. That's amazing.
Yeah, it doubles the amount of cards that you can get out of every pack of foil and every pack of foil mates.
Yeah.
Another card that I did here, and speaking of using every little bit, this card, I actually used just scraps of foil. I used the wild lilac and the turquoise sea. I just had a bunch of scraps, and I just piled them all on top of each other. It didn't matter if they overlapped. Ran them through the laminator, and then you've got multicolor.
That is a great idea.
And look at the foil matching the cardstock, like she said.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Yeah.
You really have taken kind of the guesswork out of if someone wants to, if they're a beginner and they want to get started in this, it's very simple, it's very approachable. And if you are an experienced or advanced card maker, this is also for you. So you've really covered kind of all area or all, skill levels with this product, which I love. So.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. One of the other cards that I did recently in one of my videos was this one, showing different ways to use the dies. So if you're a little bit more of an experienced paper crafter and you want to try some cool things, you can use the little dies that come inside to cut things out and have foil peeking in from behind. Or you can do something like this, where you use the dies in unique ways to create something like a cake, or just using the different shapes. Even the little stitched ones, you can make hills and things out of it and kind of stagger them around.
Gosh,
So
I would never have thought of that. That's so creative.
Pieces. I use the toner paper on these. Here, I cut these dies out and use the toner paper. And
So
I know
cool.
you guys have some of that, right?
Yeah, we do, and I actually linked it. If you click on the link that should be in this post, you'll go to a blog post that has all of the products that we're going to use today, and then it also has the overall Gina K Design brand, so you can shop all of her products. So if you're looking for a specific color foil, they'll all be there. So.
Yeah, everything up to the laminator that we're selling and all of the ThermoWeb products that work. So very exciting. If you're just joining us, again, we are showing the Gina K Foil Mates by ThermoWeb, and we have Gina here. She's been showing us some examples. We're gonna start getting crafty in a couple of minutes and actually show how you can use these products together so that these cards are very easily made. And the foil is just so beautiful.
So pretty and so fun to use.
And all the fun colors.
All the fun colors.
I love it.
All right, so should we get started? Do you have any other things you want to share about the line, or should we just dive in and start making some cards?
Let's dive in.
Dive in.
Right.
Okay.
We're going to keep Gina here.
Yes.
So if there's any questions, we'll go back to her and we'll check in with her in a few minutes. But I think you're going to dive in and do some crafts.
Okay, so this is the card that I want to show you guys how to make. I used Gina's cardstock in this to create my card base. And then I used the stripes from one of her backgrounds. And then this little guy here is one of the sentiments, which is kind of all around friendship and whatnot. So I used this guy. A true friend is the greatest of all blessings. So this is a great card just to send to one of your pals, if you're thinking of them, or if maybe you're having a bad day, you can send this to them. It's perfect. And then I paired this with one of her die sets. So all the elements kind of coming together in this card. So I already cut down my
So can you start
base.
by showing how is this packaged together? Like what is somebody actually going to buy?
Perfect. Okay, so these are the cardstock packs. She has a few different designs or packs. She has this one here, which is kind of the prime colors, called Prime Time. You get 4 different colors in this pack. This one is the Island Dream, so you're getting 4 kind of more gem colored papers in this pack, and these are really high quality cardstocks. Let me see if I can pull one out for you guys.
I was just going to say it's 100-pound cardstock,
100 pounds,
and the
so
colors all coordinate really nicely
coordinate. Let me pull this out. So it's 100 pounds. So this is a nice thick quality cardstock.
Oh,
yeah, very nice quality. She also has a pack of white and a pack of black that goes really well with these. And then the foil mates are going to come. Let me pull these designs out here.
Maureen says she loves your cardstock, Gina.
It's really nice, really nice.
Thank you so much.
So these are the foil mates, and as Gina mentioned, there are different backgrounds you can choose from. They come with 2 designs per pack, and you're getting a total of 10 sheets. And what I found out as I started kind of playing with these is they come with a sheet of parchment paper, which is what you're going to use to actually lay your foil on your design and run it through your laminator. So you have to run around thinking, how am I going to foil? I don't have that piece. She includes it in the pack, so you don't have to worry. You can just grab your foil and get started. So these are great. Let me just kind of thumb through some of the designs here so you can see. I love how they coordinate together. I think I have another one here that I'm using that has the stripes in it. But there's polka dots, there's stripes, lots of great backgrounds and designs for any card that you want to make.
All very on trend, because you can't go wrong with polka dots, stripes, floral.
No, they're all beautiful as well. And so she has a background, and she has different sentiments and invitations. So she's really thought of everything. So let's see, let's go with this one. So this is the wedding and anniversary pack, which has, the sentiment for the outside, and then it also has the sentiment you can put on the inside, or you could use it on the outside, but you could use both together, which creates your entire card like it's done, right? You have the inside, you have the outside. We have the birthday essentials. We have the true friend, which is the one that I used for the card that I'm going to show you, and then later another project that's kind of outside of card making.
But you get all of these different sentiments in here, right?
Yes.
So you can mix and match them.
So this one has 6 sentiments, and you're getting 12 sheets, so six of each design.
And then I think I saw that each pack can make up to 18 A2 cards.
Yeah.
So you get a ton in this little pack here.
In this pack. And this one, if you're getting married, this is a save the date. How fun is that? So it has the front here, which is the save the date, and then it has the inside, which you can put the date, the time, and the place. So you get this, and you can have the card pretty much done for you with foil accents.
Oh, I love that. The foil for wedding is perfect.
Foil for weddings. Or if you're having a party, you have the "you're invited" for the outside, and then you have all the details for the inside of the card for your party. So, so cute. And this one is the actual wedding invitation with the outside.
So you could coordinate your save the dates with your invitation.
And your wedding invitation. So whatever your color theme is for your party or for your wedding event, there's foil, I'm sure, that will match that. And you have it totally coordinated. Great, right?
Love it.
Okay, so those are the foil mates, the backgrounds and the sentiments and the invitations that we have. And then, of course, there are the foils, which are gorgeous. And I know you mentioned this earlier, that everything coordinates together. So all of the cardstock that we showed you coordinates with these foils. So many gorgeous colors here.
Ooh, sweet mango.
Sweet, and that's so pretty. And I love the name, Sweet Mango, right? So each pack comes with 12 sheets, and they're 6 by 8. So a nice size for covering those backgrounds.
This is kind of neat. It's silver sequins, and it looks like it has sequins on it. Yes. And then there's a gold one as well.
That's so fun. I love those. And then the wild lilac. We have a really pretty turquoise here. The jelly bean green, so fun. And then grass green. So lots of colors to choose from with the foils. And then Gina also mentioned her coordinating dies, which are great because they have that extra detail of the stitching, which I love around the outside. So the die set here, this one comes with 4 dies. You get the nesting circle dies here and the heart die, and this one is a double stitch. So some of the dies have a double stitch and some have a single stitch. So I love that extra bit of detail that you're getting once you die cut your sentiment or your design. You're gonna get that little stitch detail. It just adds so much more to your card or to your project.
Cindy just said she just ordered the dies, awesome sale price.
Yeah.
I should mention that everything that you're seeing is on sale at Blitsy right now. The link is in the description, and it should be the first comment on this broadcast as well. So if you like what you're seeing, you know where to get it.
That's right. And then moving along, she has the rectangular dies, another circular die with a full heart instead of the open heart, and then this is another foil mate. So lots of dies to choose from as well. And then to top it off,
so you would buy the foil mates here, and then you would separately buy the die if you wanted to add that extra detail, but you don't necessarily need the die.
The die,
it just depends how you want to build your card.
It depends on what dies you have. It depends on what look you want. If you want to just fussy cut it out, or if you already have dies at your home that you want to use. But the size of these are made for the sentiments that she's created. So any of the sentiments, these nested dies are going to work perfectly with.
And we'll see that in a minute,
And we'll see that, right. So yeah, you don't need the die to create the card, but it does make it easier because they pair perfectly together.
Okay.
So
I can't wait to see.
I know. I'm telling you, once we started playing with these, it was like, I'm just gonna make one more. I'm just gonna foil one more. I just kept adding dies and putting dies together, and it became kind of insane. But now we're good. We have a lot of projects to show you guys.
Where's Megan? She's foiling again.
She's foiling. She just keeps foiling because it's that easy, you guys. Honestly, if you're we mentioned if you are a beginner to card making or foiling, this really does kind of help you get your feet wet. But if you are experienced and you want to kind of explore more design options, you can do that with these as well, because all the pieces work well for your advanced crafters and beginning crafters. So,
are we going to make a card now?
We are. So before we do, I want to show you the inks. She has 2 sets of inks. Once again, that pair perfectly with her cardstock.
They even have the same names, same color names. So
very easy. You know what goes with what. So each pack comes with 4 of these mini inks. These are a premium dye-based ink. So right now she has these 2, like I said, that are the perfect size for adding extra detail to your projects. People want to stamp, the colors all coordinate, and they're nice and compact, so they won't take up a ton of room. So you get 4 per pack.
We have a lot of Gina fans here.
Okay.
Lots of Gina fans here.
Lots of Gina fans. Okay, so those are all the products, and now I'm going to show you kind of how they all kind of work together and come together. So as I said before, I had already kind of cut down my card base that I used from Gina's paper pack collection. And so I cut my card base down here, just going to fold it over. And honestly, the quality of this paper is phenomenal. It really is a nice, high quality cardstock. So once you've added your foil and you've kind of finished your card, you're going to have a nice, just really high quality, gorgeous card. So that's super exciting. So I have my card base here. Then I'm gonna grab my laminator. And this guy is the Royal Sovereign laminator that we've also linked, and it works really, really well with these foils and the backgrounds. So let's pick a background.
I know
here.
our planner people love the laminator too, to make dashboards and different things for their planners. So
many uses for the good old laminator. All right, so I'm gonna go with the Stars and Stripes background here, and I'm gonna grab the striped background out of here. So it comes with the toner already on it. So obviously it comes black and white, and then you're just gonna pick your foil. So I'm gonna go with the pretty pink foil here. Oops, so we have the full sheet of foil, and then I'm gonna lay that on top of my my sheet here, and then I'm gonna grab the parchment paper that comes in the pack. Open that guy up, and then I'm gonna place everything on the inside. So I'm just gonna line that up again. And is there any tips or tricks or anything people need to know about when doing this, or just stick it in and run it through?
I like to add an extra shim of cardstock underneath, inside the parchment paper, but underneath.
Okay.
And the reason why I like to do that is because it increases the pressure a little bit because it's a little thicker.
Okay.
Plus, it pushes the foil mate piece and the foil a little closer to the heating element. So it gets it a little hotter.
Okay,
so if you're having any trouble with everything not transferring perfectly, that can definitely help.
So I put the cardstock underneath the background here?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw that in there then. I'll throw that in there.
that's a good tip.
It's a very good tip. All right, so now that I have my little sandwich created here, I'm gonna run it through. You wanna make sure that you have, a smooth sheet, or to make sure it's smoothed out before you run it through, because if there's any wrinkles in your parchment paper or your foil, obviously where it's wrinkled, it's not going to properly adhere to that background or that sentiment. So you want to make sure everything's kind of nice and smooth before you put it in. And then you wait very patiently while it comes through. This is the time that you can be prepping other things, or getting everything else set for your project while this guy comes through. And then another question I actually was going to ask you, Gina, once it comes through, do you let it cool for a little bit before you do the big reveal, or does it not matter?
It really doesn't matter.
Okay. All right, so I think we're done. I'm going to try and move this to the side real quick so I can do the big reveal here with you guys. Okay, so now that this guy has been foiled, I'm just going to open up my sheet here. And then ready, let's just pull this down. Dun, da, da, da.
The big reveal.
You can see where I laid my
it definitely made a difference.
Isn't that so gorgeous? Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking on the screen. You can see the foil. So
isn't that so beautiful? I love that. And so simple. All I did was literally run it through my laminator.
And anyone that you give this to is going to be like, you made this?
You made
And it was
this?
that easy. You just ran it through and pulled it off,
Well,
right?
I think a lot of times with foiling, people like the concept is like, how did you do that? Because what product did you use? It's kind of mind blowing, right? So when you see how easy it is to actually get the look of foil, you're like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. All right, so let's see. Now I'm gonna pick my sentiment, and I said I was gonna go with the friendship one. So I have my sentiment here, and like I said, this is from the friendship pack, and I'm gonna go with the true friend is the greatest of all blessings, and I'm going to die cut that. So I'm going to take one of the rectangular sets here, and this has the single stitch. So I'm just gonna grab the dies out of here and see which one I want for my sentiment. And this comes with a couple little stars, so you could also die cut some stars to add some extra detail to your card. Let's see, let's go with this guy.
Linda said, please close the laptop so we can see. We'll have the overhead to show this going through. So, because we've got Gina on the laptop.
We don't want to lose Gina.
We'll lose her, but we do have the overhead, so we'll try and do that for making the card.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the middle-sized die because it fits once again perfectly over my sentiment. I'm gonna grab, where is it? I'm gonna grab my big shot here. I'm gonna run this guy through. Any questions or people?
Patricia just asked what laminator is best. So do you recommend the Royal Sovereign?
Yeah, this one works great, and I think that's the one that you typically use too, correct, Gina?
Yeah, I use the Royal Sovereign because that's the one that ThermoWeb uses to test all of their products. So I figured that if they've tested it on that and it's worked, then it's going to work for me.
Then you know that you're good to go. Yeah.
That's right. Go with what works, right?
And we have actually linked that one in the blog post. So just go to the top comment on this broadcast, click through, and you'll see all the products we're talking about, including the laminator. All
right. So I cut this guy. Let me move this. Whoops. My die cut is falling out. Good job. I feel like with my kids. Good job. All right. So I die cut this with the middle die here, and then I'm going to pop it out. And you'll see, look at that gorgeous stitched detail around there.
Oh, the die did that.
Yeah, it just adds that extra bit of pizzazz. So like you said, you don't need it, but you're gonna want it because look at that. You look at that extra detail you get just by running that die and cutting out the sentiment. You're gonna get a little bit of extra pizzazz to your card. So now we have our sentiment, and once again, we're just gonna pick our foil. And I liked what was this one? The grass green. I'm going to pull this guy out, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to create a little sandwich with our foil and our sentiment. So I got to find my parchment paper. Where did I put that? And it's the same thing. You're just running it through your laminator again to get that gorgeous foiled look.
Cindy says we need a bigger table. I think she's right.
I just have so many things going on. So many things.
The life of a crafter.
The life of a crafter. All right, so I have my parchment. I have my sentiment, and I have my, actually I'm gonna do your trick again where I put the cardstock behind it just to give it that little extra pressure.
Who knew that even you would learn?
I know, right?
I think we move up so they can see.
My laminator's taking up too much room here. Okay, so I'm putting my little shim there, which is just a piece of cardstock from Gina's line. I'm gonna put my sentiment, and then I'm gonna lay the foil on top, close it on up, and then run it through my laminator again.
And I did see in the comments people were saying always put the folded side through the laminator first. Is that a good tip?
I think that's because I think if you do it the other way, it could lift up the top. Obviously, with the fold side, it's nice and smooth. Nothing's going to get caught. So yes, I did not have to learn that the hard way, but I imagine if you put it through the wrong way, you would probably be very sad because it would probably get jammed, right? I don't know. Any issues with that?
I did that at CHA.
Oh, yeah.
And it was Scott who told me, you'll always have to go in fold side first.
That's
and
good tip.
Ever since then, it's been perfect.
Yeah. You got to make sure because that fold side is what's going to kind of keep things nice and smooth. Okay.
Carissa's asking, she knows that there's wedding designs, but are there baby shower or baby announcement designs?
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
But there are definitely lots of fun things in the works.
Okay, I'm going to need that baby announcement.
I know, right?
Can we speed that up?
Can you have it done by what? Before August,
before
right?
August. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. Can you just get on that?
Down.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, you're not.
No, that's a great idea, though. I hope that's in the works.
Okay, are you ready, guys? Dun, 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 dun,
oh my God, I just love this.
And then keep your negative, folks. Look at that.
You can reuse that. It's a perfect.
And then you could, grab that die again, and you could even die cut the foil and add that to a card. All the fun things you can do.
Seriously, look at that.
Isn't that so fun?
And it's like the perfect foil.
Right, and I feel like anyone, if you're not like in the crafty world, like any of your friends that don't craft or whatever, if they got this card from you, they'd be like, how did you do that? And they would just be so impressed with you, and you'd be like, I just ran it through my laminator with some foil, but no one needs to know how easy it is. So, okay, now that we have our background and our sentiment, I have the card base here. I have my, oops, I need to cut my background down. It's my little cutter. I'm gonna cut my background down to fit. And then we're gonna put all this together and create a super fun, I'm gonna create a super fun little card here for you guys. All right.
Is that a new cutter that we got?
Yeah, this is the tonic.
We didn't have that one before. Okay.
No?
That's the Tim Holtz.
The Tim Holtz tonic.
Tonic cutter.
I think I linked this
really
one.
Cute.
Yeah, and it's great because it has these little finger things here you can push down so your paper doesn't move. And it's perfect for card makers, right? Okay, so I've cut down my card base. or my panel here, and now I'm just gonna adhere it to my card. Like I said, literally like in a few simple steps, you can create a gorgeous high quality card. I'm just using a little bit of score tape. You could obviously use your tape runner. I just couldn't find one this morning, so I went with my score tape, which we love and we incorporate in so many projects here. So if you've never used score tape before, that's another kind of card making must-have because it will change your life. Trust me. I always say that this is one of those products that I wish I had or I wish I knew about when I was getting married, because it would have saved me so many headaches when I was trying to glue different things or adhere different things for my wedding. Mm-hmm. I was using, you know, craft glue and the glue gun, and just a little bit of a nightmare. So this tape would have definitely been a lifesaver for me. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pull off all my little tape backers there, whoops, or the whole tape. And then I'm gonna adhere that to my card base. And then we'll add some foam to the sentiment to really pop that out. Make sure you guys can see that. Lay this down.
Michelle said that she just got her laminator, so she's going to be doing lots of foiling. So these tips are very timely for her. That's great.
Okay, now I'm going to add my my foam to the back here.
And you're doing the foam just to add a little dimension to the card,
just to really pop it out. And you know, as Gina mentioned earlier with her card, she used you know, some of the black paper or just the regular solid white paper in her card to add kind of a bit of a frame or an extra layer to her panel and to her sentiment. So you could do that with her coordinating dies. This is just a very simple, very basic technique or card here, but you could obviously add additional layers using her nesting dies, which I love. All right, now that I'm getting all my little stickies off here. And I know Claudia, when she was playing with this, she actually took the inks and a little dauber and just kind of lightly went over the white of the card to add additional color to it. So another fun kind of technique you can use to incorporate in your card. Okay, and then we're just gonna lay that down and we have a fun foiled card with some dimension that was literally, what, like 4 steps to create a high quality, gorgeous card. And then we have some other cards here that actually Gina sent over, I think you sent them over, someone did, as some more examples. So this is where you can add that kind of second layer behind your panel and behind your sentiment, just to give it additional layers and more dimension. Isn't that so pretty?
That really is. The quality is just unbelievable.
The quality is phenomenal.
So this background is foiled as well as the sentiment, and it's on that really super sturdy cardstock.
Super sturdy. And here's another one that it's your birthday using that oval die. And then Claudia created another birthday card using the rectangular die. So really so much fun you can have with these, you guys. And before we show you some other kind of projects you can do with the foil, I want to show you another quick technique that Gina kind of highlighted earlier. Let me grab my laminator again. It's using the negative with a toner sheet.
Someone was asking about that. You can definitely reuse the negative. Okay. So we'll show you a quick way you can do that.
Let me find one of her backgrounds here in my pile of product. Let me find.
It looks like the Stars and Stripes is really popular. That one is going really quickly.
So should I do the Stars and Stripes, or should I do a different one?
Let's do a different one so they can see. Then Polka Party, Swirls and Flourishes. So people
swirls and
are
flourishes.
all over the board buying all the different designs, so that's great.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the swirls and flourishes to kind of show you guys this kind of cool effect that you can get using the negative. Okay, then I might have to call Gina up again to show her card just so you guys have a reference of kind of how you can incorporate it. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this boulder background, and let's see, what color should I do this time? How about a pretty purple? All right, so I'm gonna pick the Wild Lilac.
Okay, we gotta move up so that they can see.
Okay, my laminator is taking up all my room. So once again, Gina has created different backgrounds. They come 2 backgrounds to a pack. And then she's also created foils that work very well, obviously with these backgrounds. So you can pair them together. You can pair them with her cardstock and her inks to make gorgeous coordinating cards layouts, whatever you want to do. Okay, let me grab my sheet here. I'm going to make my little sandwich. Place that up there. I'm gonna close it up.
I love these colors. I love the
so
mango
fun.
one too. I can't wait to start playing with that one.
Right?
I just had some mango tea this morning, so I must just be in a mango mood.
Mango tea?
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, I'm not a tea drinker, but that sounds delicious. Sounds very summer, very light.
Yeah.
You know? Okay, so now I'm running this through my laminator. Once again, this is the Royal Sovereign laminator that we sell here at Blitsy that Gina recommends just because this is the one that she said they actually use at ThermoWeb when they're testing all their foils. So this is kind of a no-fail. You know, get this laminator if you have any questions or you're concerned. This guy's going to work.
And it's on sale today. I think it's regularly $65 in the US and it's like $51, I think.
Wow.
I just had it up. I can't remember exactly, but it's a really good price
Raise
today.
your hand if you need
to
a
go with.
laminator.
Yeah.
Now I need one because I'm like, I don't have, how do I not have a laminator? But now I need one.
Well, you have one here, so.
I mean, true, but
when you're
think of all the fun that I could do at home. Okay, so I'm gonna move this to the side so you guys can see. So I'm just gonna, once again, peel this off. Whoops. Peel this off, and you have that gorgeous foiling.
Wow, that is so pretty.
So fun. But you're gonna cut this down, you're gonna create, you know, your background for your card. And then, as we mentioned, you're not going to toss this guy out because we need to use that foil because we throw nothing away here. So let me find that toner sheet that I'd already cut down in my pile of things here. So the toner sheets are from ThermoWeb. Once again, they're linked. This is the sticky back one, so anything that you're going to put on here, this is actually an adhesive or a protector sheet, so when you pull it up, it's adhesive, so you can stick it right to your card. So you turn this around. So I've cut my toner sheet down. I'm going to take my foil and I'm going to lay it on top of that toner sheet, and then I'm going to close it on up. And then we're gonna stick it through.
I have a feeling my mind is about to be blown.
I have a feeling too, because when I saw this video, Gina did it, and I'm like, what, do we have those here? And I found them in our stash, and I was like, I'm doing that on live. So, all right, so I'm running it through once again, same technique, just making your sandwich with your parchment paper, your toner sheet, and your foil, folding it up, putting it through. And a reminder, you want the crease of your, or the fold of your parchment to be the first thing that goes through so you don't have any fiascos.
Cindy says she foiled most of her Christmas cards last year and they were awesome. That's a great use of foil as well. Nothing more festive than some foil for Christmas.
Oh my God, right?
You get started now, get your techniques down, and then by the time Christmas comes along, maybe there'll be more designs.
I know. It sounds like there's stuff in the works, but we'll all have to be very patient and wait for those to be released.
Carissa says our table is like hers when she's crafting. We definitely are spread out here.
Yeah, I have like a pile of stuff over here, so it's fine. All right, I think I'm gonna put this here. It's
okay,
fine.
who's excited to see this?
Okay, so this is my first time doing this, you guys. So, are you ready?
Did it work?
Drum roll, please.
No.
Oh, you guys, do you see? I now have a black background with the foil, and you can see here, I've wasted nothing. So you can use this, and if Gina, if you want to flip to Gina, she can show her card where she actually turned this background into a card, and it's gorgeous. I mean, waste nothing. All right, Gina, let's see your card again.
And on this one, I use the sequin foil.
Yeah, that's the sequiny one we were talking
about. Look at that. So you literally waste nothing. Everything can be used into another project, incorporate another project. So it's one of those things that you don't have to, I like it because you don't have to keep it and go, God, like, you know, I spent a lot of money that I can't get rid of it. You're going to use it. Like, you're literally going to use every piece of it because it's so versatile and it's foil. So duh, you're going to want to use it, right? I mean,
that is amazing.
Right.
So the sticky back is what you need to do that.
There's another toner sheet, but this one is the sticky back. So all you have to do
then peel it and put it on your card.
Peel it and stick it. Yep. So you don't have to worry about adding any adhesive because it should. Let me grab it here. It should. If I can use my fingernail to get that. It has the adhesive already on it, so you don't have to worry about actually gluing it, if I could get it. Any other questions?
I don't see any. Their minds are blown with that technique that you just did. I think everyone is just Loving all of this. Let us know in the comments what your favorite designs are, what your favorite colored foils are. We like to get a feel for all of that.
So what you can also do too is use Gina's dies to cut out the hearts or the candles or whatever. So you can use this as additional design.
And then stick those onto your
card. Stick those onto your cards.
So smart.
So smart. Okay, so that's kind of a quick, very simple how to use the products together to create your cards and how to use the negatives to create even cooler backgrounds. But before we go, I wanted to show you guys kind of another project or a couple other projects that you can incorporate foil into that are not cards. So we're going to show you a really quick video on how to make some kind of foiled artwork.
All right, take a look. So many things you can do.
So many things. So here is the artwork that I created, and it was just one of Gina's sentiments. The good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're always there.
That's one of my favorite quotes because all my friends from college are across the country.
Yeah, so it's just a really fun way to kind of incorporate some of her products along with her foil into home decor. And you know, I just once again used her cardstock and her dies to create those really fun stitched rectangles in this case, and then used foam stickers to just really bump everything out. And then I just foiled, I die cut her foil. Very simply ran it through, cut it out, gold stars, added it, and then this is just a shadow box frame. I think I got it like IKEA forever ago. So it's just a really fun way to kind of think outside the box without, you know, maybe creating a card, but you can use these in other ways for things like home decor.
And Sean says, great gift idea. It totally is a great gift idea. And you can make, like we said, with the Foil Mates packs, you get enough to make 18 different designs.
Yeah,
so 18. You get a ton in one
pack.
Such
a great value. And then another thing I want to show you guys, and I knocked the gift off the table, but this I created some tags. So you can incorporate these. Oh, Katie's getting it.
I got it.
Thank you, lady. So I created some tags, and what I did was I used the polka dot background, and then I used the circle layering dies to cut out the center, and then I used her white cardstock to create you know, the center, and I kind of taped them all back together to keep the two held together so they wouldn't fall apart, because obviously that was nestled inside of the outer ring there. And then I used the heart die cut to cut out my heart, and then I put that on the back piece first, and then used foam to kind of bump everything out. And you can see in my little gift here for Katie, the empty gift for Katie, that I just wrote her name in it, and it's just a fun extra element that I did using, once again, all of the products from Gina's line to create something that obviously wasn't a card, but was more kind of party. So lots of things you could do with this, you guys.
I love it. I'm definitely feeling inspired. I know the people in the chat are feeling inspired. They're all saying thank you so much for showing all of this. It really is addicting.
I'm telling you, you start running it happen. you run it through, and then you just keep pulling at the foil, and you're like, okay, one more, just one more, and then you know, 7 designs later, you're like, okay, I really need to wrap this up. So, just saying.
Well, I also wanted to mention that we did create a playlist on YouTube that has all of the videos that you saw here and a couple more. So we'll make sure that that link is in the comments, and we'll put it in the blog post as well so that you guys can have easy access to that. But we add videos to our website every single day, so if you need inspiration, Blitsy is the place to go. Yeah. And if you haven't joined us for a live before, we do this every Thursday at 10 o'clock, and we're going to be hopefully doing some more of them coming up soon too. But this has been so much fun.
So much fun. And thank you so much, Gina, for actually joining and kind of telling us all about your new line. Obviously, I'm obsessed, and it sounds like other people are obsessed as well. So excited for all the new stuff that sounds like is coming. We'll stay tuned. Hopefully, once again, it's baby announcements before August. Just saying.
No pressure on the timeline there.
No pressure. No pressure. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I don't see any more questions. Where can the viewers find you, Gina? Outside of obviously the products on Blitsy, where can we find you online?
Well, I have a website called Stamp TV where I have over 900 how-to videos, wow. So you can always come there for some inspiration. I have an online store and a brick-and-mortar store. So if you're ever in the Milwaukee area, you guys have to come by and say hi, and we'll do some fun things. And also, our products are available pretty much everywhere at this point. You can find them online. You can find them in brick-and-mortar stores now, and of course, on Blitsy.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Yay. Well, thanks again for joining us. We're going to set up a time that Gina K is actually going to come to the Blitsy studios. So if there are any particular videos you want to see or questions that you think of that you would like answered, let us know, because we're going to set something up.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We'll see more of Gina.
Yes. That would be so fun.
All right. Awesome. All
Thank
right.
you, Gina.
Thank
Congratulations
you
on the line. It's amazing. We love it. And we'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see all of you later.
Bye. Thanks, guys.